Welcome everybody. This is Chris Dwayne from Chris Dwayne SilverShieldCoins.com. Every week I release 2 new mini mintages that are available for 1 week only and tend to go up in price on eBay. You can find them all over at Chris Dwayne SilverShieldCoins.com. Today is the day I'm telling you to be all in silver. I know people say that you don't want to have all your eggs in one basket, but there is no second best asset out there next to silver. Not the dollar, not gold, not Bitcoin, not even silver miners. Physical silver in your possession is the only way. We're going to see explosive moves in silver that I think silver is going to far outpace all the other assets on Earth. We're talking derivatives, stocks, bonds, cryptocurrencies, real estate. All of them are going to suffer during a hyperinflation of all global debt. A silver squeeze is not just a financial move. It's political, it's technological, it's military, even a spiritual event. And it will continue to take the whole world down once again until silver saves us at the end. I'm here to tell you that we have a long way to go and not to get shaken out by any fiat illusions of profits or any dollar targets. Steel your mind now so you don't get shaken out. Don't think that once silver gets over 100 that it can't go to 1,000 or 10,000. That's what happens in a hyperinflation when governments destroy their currency to pay off their debts, as there's no way out for them. That's their one weapon that they have, and they're going to use it to destroy the currency. And that silver is going to be the only way of protecting yourself. Picture the biggest banks short billions of ounces of silver, nations and militaries hunting for silver for their weapons, billions of people suddenly realizing that they're in a global hyperinflation race to the bottom, and the only way out of it is this teeny tiny market of silver. I think the spiritual demand of silver is going to make silver actually be worth priceless. People will treasure silver as a priceless family heirloom. Silver is the only way to defeat the goldmen that run the world, for they are the ones that have manipulated nations into wars and debts. Gold is a cursed metal of fallen empires. You cannot serve two masters. I actually hate gold. I own 1 ounce of gold versus thousands of ounces of silver. The future is going to be built off of silver with its 10,000 industrial uses and is known as the money of people. Right now, you have to get all your eggs in one basket. Silver is going to outperform all assets on Earth. I expect silver to sell out at any moment. We're seeing massive delays in shipping, premiums rising, and eventually it's just going to lead to a sellout where all the silver is going to leave the weak hands that sold for fiat and get into strong hands that are holding for 10 times returns or even higher. I'm glad that I was years early to this single largest event in human history. Now, right now, is the time to secure your silver in your possession. Stay away from all the distraction of assets of the dollar, gold, Bitcoin, and silver miners. I keep hammering on silver miners because they're a digital illusion of wealth. Silver miners are going to be taxed, regulated, strikes, coups, nationalizations, and wars that will take up to a decade to repair the silver supply. Stick with silver in your possession. That's the only way out. I've been all in on Silver Shield for 15 years. Silver Shield is the very tip of a $2.5 quadrillion Exeter's pyramid of liquidity. It is the smallest microcosm of the small silver market with mini mintages out there. Silver Shield is this unique way of stacking silver that tells the truth, and it's not this boring government bullion from the exact same governments that are destroying the currency with our debt right now. Why would you want to support government mints out there? Right now, there are some really great deals on eBay for Silver Shield. I think anything that's a double-digit Silver Shield proof mini mintage should be bought up right away. And that includes the 5-ounce proofs that I'm starting to see a lot more people picking up because they're less than $100 an ounce. And their mini mintages are so small on them, and they're big showcase 5-ounce pieces. I want to get them into the strongest hands that are expecting at least a 10 times return of silver over gold, as the gold to silver ratio crashes from 1 to 56 to at least 1 to 6 gold to silver mining ratio, if not a 1 to 1 gold to silver ratio. This will come at the time that the world's markets are going to crash relative to silver. I see silver becoming a single asset hyperinflation against all assets on Earth. And Silver Shield is the most extreme tip of the most rare mini mintages. Right now, before the markets open, get your silver ordered. Do it while the markets are closed and the dealers still have inventory. Once this run gets going, there will be no getting silver. It'll be harder and harder to stack any significant amount of silver as prices rise, premiums rise, and delivery times rise. Prices and premiums are going to detach from the spot price, and right now we're seeing dealers selling out. When you buy Silver Shield, you're buying mint direct, and we'll be one of the last men standing with silver production. I think silver is going to go to $100 in a flash, possibly this week. It only takes $5 moves in every day for it to get there. And pundits will be telling you to sell because they say that it's overbought. But in reality, this is the end of a 45-year cup and handle formation where banks and governments sold up to 400 times paper silver contracts to manipulate the one physical silver ounce that they had underlying those contracts. This is a once-in-a-humanity opportunity to get silver, because once it takes off, you'll never be able to stack like you can today. The markets are going to open up in China, and they're going to swallow all the silver that they can. I believe that we're going to see a triple default of the LBMA, COMEX, and Shanghai as all the paper traders stand for delivery, and the whole world sells out. This will be the largest economic event in human history, a total upheaval of the global economic order, and silver is the only way to get through this. Silver Shield will help you do it in style. If you're interested in following me, you can follow me over at Chris Dwayne, SilverShieldCoins.com. I'm also on Twitter or X at SilverShield76. Thank you.